Kenya's President William Ruto has kick-started his two-day working visit to the Republic of Rwanda. He was received by his counterpart, President Paul Kagame, at the State House in the capital Kigali, where he inspected the guard of honor mounted by the RDF before going in for closed-door talks with his host. The two leaders later witnessed the signing of MOUs between the two countries. Addressing the joint press conference, Rwanda's President Paul Kagame underscored the relationship Rwanda has had with Kenya over the years. He indicated that the two nations and others in the EAC are united by a common vision of a more stable region.
With the involvement of the East African community, the countries so far involved, I think putting heads together, the leaders of the East African community, and by the way, also because these are people near to the problem or linked to the problem one or the other. It goes into what is so often talked about, African solutions. I think well applied, truly these would provide solutions because there is a direct stake into that, and people are close to the causes or to the problem itself.
On his part, Kenya's President William Ruto commended the EAC presidents for the clear guidance in resolving the security situation in the Eastern DRC.
The good news, the positive news, is that the last 1 month has seen a lot of positive development around the challenge of security in Eastern DRC. We now have, joining the Kenyan forces that have been there for the last almost 5-6 months, Burundi have now come in. Uganda have now come in, and forces also possibly from Angola have come to support the whole effort of stabilizing Eastern DRC.
I also asked the two presidents about liberalization of the airspace amongst the East African nations.
Your Excellencies, you've highlighted that in the bilateral talks that you've had and the many that you will continue to have, you've talked about the issue of trade and cooperation between the EAC nations. And reports indicate that for us to attain seamless trade in the East African region, we need to liberalize the skies. And East Africa has a project of the open skies. So, Your Excellencies, I would like to know what is the status update of the EAC open skies? Thank you very much.
Opening up the skies, integrating communication lines, and serve very well within that framework, something that is so precious to our continent.
Have a regional airline. I think there are already consultations between Kenya Airways and South African Airways. There is possibility of consultations with Uganda Airlines, and I'm sure further down the road with all the other airlines in our region, so that we can make the skies of our countries one area and be able to move our people and services faster.
The two presidents, Paul Kagame and William Ruto, also underscored the need of African solutions for African problems. Samuel Senono, UBC TV News in Kigali, Rwanda.